Hi, Bijou Juju. I'm Steve. This is Mick.
Hello.
And we are finally back putting another video up. We've been working on Rosie a lot. We did finish the outside, which you see in this video, and it has rained like a deluge several times, and there has been no leaks.
Yay!
So we're pretty much done. And I repainted the roof, and which you should do. They say every year, but at least every couple of years. And doing a little cosmetic work on the inside, fixing her all up and that kind of stuff. And so I want you to enjoy the video, and we have some sort of an announcement at the end. So hang in there and watch the whole thing. Yes, folks, we're getting engaged. So anyway.
Finally, after all these years.
Yeah, and 17 kids later. So enjoy the video, and we'll be back in a minute.
Don't know if you can see it, but you can see there's a, get the light up there, there's a watermark right there on this new piece of wood that we put in after rebuilding the bed on Rosie. And it's leaking. We had a huge rainstorm just the other night. And it's still leaking. It just makes me want to throw up. But right there, I doubt that you can see it, but there's a little tiny mark there. I think when we took off this white frame that goes all around the window there, that's actually what holds the window in. And we had to take that out to do what we did up here, and I think we probably broke loose some of the caulking around the window, and we never did re-caulk it, which is what I'm going to do today. Okay, so here's what I have to do. Here's the window. Sorry about the shading and all of that, but here's the window, and I got to take all this caulking off here all the way around. We did do a little bit at the end where the drip that you probably couldn't see before is probably right around in here, where this small section here doesn't seem to have much caulking. So anyway, I'm going to take all of that out. We've also ordered some tape. We want to do the whole thing, but we're going to take this J channel off and put this tape on it that's supposed to like seal the thing, and then we put the J channel back on, and we'll replace this white stuff all the way up. It goes from up there all the way down. I don't know if I can show you. All the way down and over to the wall over there. So here's a couple things about scraping the caulking off the side of your RV, van, whatever. I read a couple things. One said to use denatured alcohol, which works great for cleaning up like Rosie has fiberglass on the sides. Cleans that up beautiful. Doesn't seem to do squat for the caulking. This Goo Gone caulk remover, that stuff works really well, but it says squirt it on, leave it 5 to 10 minutes. You know what, I find that if you squirt it on, and don't be stingy, squirt it on pretty heavy and let it set for 20 minutes, half an hour, and it will work a lot better. The other thing I wanted to mention is they say to use a plastic putty knife. Now, plastic, with a metal putty knife, you run the risk of scratching whatever the side of your rig is made of. Ours is fiberglass, and you have to be careful because it will scratch it. But you know what? I've never liked plastic putty knives, and so far, working on Rosie, a plastic putty knife doesn't work for squat. Just being careful with this metal one works a whole lot better. Okay, so here's the deal. This is what's going on. We had more leaks in Rosie. We took off the J channel. That's the metal piece that goes right around there. It is that metal thing laying up against that piece of OSB. Anyway, we took that off thinking that it was going to work out real well. And what happened was it took forever and a day to get that off. Whoever had worked on it before put the screws in crooked, and it was hard to get them out. Not to mention they put them in way too hard. We had a couple of small places that were cracked, so we figured, well, while we're doing this, we would go ahead and fiberglass those spots so they hang together a little better. And what Mick is doing right now is painting the spots that I fiberglassed and sanded. We're cleaning out the J channel, getting ready to put it back up. The bad thing about it is this thing has been caulked 5,000 times. And so getting the caulking off, I mean, it's layer by layer by layer getting this stuff off so it's clean, so we can apply a new layer of caulking. We're putting this tape on that goes right on the edge here. Mick is doing a masterful job of getting it on there.
Oh, yeah.
The bad thing about this stuff, it's great because it seals that seam between the side and you know, the two parts, this part and this part.
And it also seals your fingers.
But it's the kind of thing that you got to be sure when you put it down, because when you put it down, that's where it's going to be, right there.
Even if it's your fingers.
Does not come off, yes, and it sticks to your fingers. But this will seal that seam, and we'll caulk it as well.
Okay.
It's going to have to be the second coming of the flood. Okay, Mick is just finishing up one little spot that we have. We wanted to put a little extra tape on. This tape is pretty amazing stuff. See if I can show it to you. There we go. Seal Designs. It's called Seal Type Corner Seal. This stuff is great. I'll say there's one thing about it you really need to know. It's got a gray side and a white side. The white side is like a kind of a felt covering. The gray side is like kind of butyl tape, and it has a little plastic, you know, a guard thing to keep it from sticking to something you don't want it to stick to. Well, that's because this stuff really, really sticks. And when you go to put it down, you want to make sure that where you're putting it is where you want it, because once it pretty much touches the surface, you're kind of done. However, Mick was just saying finding the plastic is sometimes a little difficult.
Yeah.
And here it goes, the last piece of tape. It's exciting. It's exciting, folks. And then we will start screwing the J channel back on. So here we are once again in the saga of Rosie the makeover. And Mick is doing one of her favorite jobs, which is caulking. Now I'll show you the stuff in just a minute. When she gets done there, she can come over and show you the kind of caulking this is. I can't remember, RV something or other, I don't know. Got it off of Amazon. It's pretty expensive. What is it? Show it this way, hon. It is Proflex RV. This caulking is like the super duper stuff of all caulking. It the good thing about it is, man, this stuff is something else. It is very good caulking. It goes on pretty smooth. At least it does for Mick. Oh, see, super caulker Mick. Woohoo! God, almost sounds like a porn star, but anyway.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway.
We're back in a minute. And here we are. Here's the deal, the special announcement. We've been giving thought to stuff that we're going to do. What? And we're beginning to think that we'd like to change plans a little bit, change directions. and do some different things. And so we are considering putting Rosie up on the market for sale. We haven't fully decided. Just this morning, we had to run out for a minute, and we were talking about all the places we've been and we've seen, and how we, are kind of thinking, oh wow, I don't know if we want to give up Rosie or not. Yeah, nostalgic. But I think we're thinking about heading in another direction, maybe. So Rosie may be going up for sale soon, and so there you have it. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you liked our video, and give it a thumbs up. And we will see you, hopefully not as far as it has been between the last few videos. Bye.
Bye.
Say goodbye.
I said goodbye.
Did you say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen.
I'm gonna remember how to say it.
Yep. See ya.